Alrighty, so right off the bat we have Bart in the first seat. Quarantine's only able to see a little bit of Bart. We may or may not see Bart take the card, but based off of what Quarantine can see, it looks like Bart has a decent spawn, fairly well spread out. Um, as far as Quarantine spawn is concerned, it looks like he's got a couple of the portals, 3 of them. Those will go live next round. No blizzards, but we do have unstable portals. So Quarantine's able to see 2 of the positions that Bart added to, but not able to see where Bart takes his card. Trunk, Quarantine can see some of Trunk. Looks like Trunk also got a decent spawn. Spawned with a big 6-stack over in France on Burgundy. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his card there by going east off of Burgundy. Nope, he wants to go south from his 5. Loses 1 on that. So sitting south of that position with a 3. Fortifies his 6 down. No, his 2 into his 6. 7 in Burgundy. So Trunk is on blue in the second seat. Sir Tyler on purple in the third seat. Only see a few spots. He's got presence over in the British Isles, Austrian Empire, and the name of the territory over in Italy escapes me. That's whatever that territory is called, right north of Rome. Oh, and it looks like he also had Paris. Goes ahead and takes his card in France. Fortifies his French troops east over to Austria. Then in the fourth seat, we have De Destro on orange. Quarantined can only see De Destro down in the Ottoman Empire and now in Germany, where he takes his card. So I think if you're quarantined, you're probably fairly pleased with your spawn. I'm sure he would have liked, when you're playing classic Europe progressive with unstable portals and fog on, you kind of want to have a spawn in that Spain position. So aside from that, I don't think he has too many complaints. Yeah, Chris, you're exactly right. Moving to Spain, he's if you're quarantined, you're trying to figure out how to get into Spain right now. Fortifies off, making a 5. Now we have Grim Shanky, last but not least, playing his green in the 6th seat. Yeah, I think Switzerland does connect into France, but I guess he wasn't ready to take his road trip over to France yet. Grim goes ahead and takes the portal position vacated by Quarantined. And now we're back at Bart. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're quarantined, you're chilling probably. Fifth seat with this spawn, it's not perfect, but I don't think I would be super worried. Just the regular amount of worried for playing in a lobby like this. Trunk takes a car and splits his position between southern France and northwest Germany with that fortify. Sir Tyler doing his business over in British Isle. Yeah, Quarantine can see a lot of Grim. There's probably 2 positions of Grim that Quarantine cannot see. So far, no one's really used the portals yet. Well, we see some orange troops emerge from the fog with that fortify. And De Destro has a 3-stack on the Portugal portal. So you want to be in Spain, but do you want to be in Spain badly enough to roll a 7v3 from Switzerland? And the door to enter France is now closed. Does he decide to enter Germany? He would get a lot of vision if he took that lone orange territory there, just to the north of Switzerland. Wants to go to Wales. Finds more Tyler in Ireland. Now we're at Grimm. Grabs his card to the north of Italy. Nothing too spicy happening yet here, folks. Looks like the Scotland portal's going to stick around with us. We also have a Andalusia, Paris, Rome, and I believe that's Moscow. Maybe that's not Moscow, actually. I think the 5-stack position that Bart is on, I think Moscow is to the west of that. I don't actually know the name of that territory. Not seeing where some of these guys are taking their cards now. Tyler grabs his card in Wales. We don't see his fortify, or he chooses not to. Destro moves deeper into Russia. Combines his Greece stacks. Or his Ottoman Empire stacks. Quarantine still can't go into the southeast corner of this map. Hasn't really done too much maneuvering. His stacks are largely where they were when he spawned in. Moves into Greece. He's going to see who's in Turkey. Finds Tyler in Turkey. So Quarantined, I think, knows most of Sir Tyler's positions, aside from central Germany and whoever else happens to be in Spain, aside from De Destro. But Quarantined is not on any portals, so he's not going to have knowledge of who is in Andalusia here. Yeah, if you can see them, they can see you. Yeah. Grimm sees all of Quarantined except for the southern, uh, except for London. He sees Quarantined everywhere else. It is interesting to see that there's only 2 players in the Scandinavian peninsulas. Normally you see 3, maybe 4 players up there, but it's just split between Quarantine and Grimm. And I don't think any other players have really had vision up there just yet. Tyler moves deeper north into the Austrian Empire, fortifies his 2 over to Ireland. That's a 7-stack in Ireland now, unless he's added to it with draft troops on one of these last turns since Quarantine last saw it. The Destro moves west. Doesn't want to stay there, though, because then he goes ahead and fortifies back. And no free portals for Quarantined. No entry into France. Does he want to see what's going on in Germany? Does he move off his Switzerland position for a card? That might be the only place that would really net him the most vision. But does he want to expose himself to that many people reveal that he's in Switzerland to people who may not know. Grim knows he's there. Trunk knows he's there. Um, Destro knows he's there. No, he doesn't want to do that. He's going to stay in Switzerland. Okay, that is a 3-stack. My mistake. I thought that was or a 6-stack. My mistake. I thought that was a 7-stack there for Tyler in Ireland. Quarantined, comfortable with a couple 4-stacks, 3 5-stacks, and a 6-stack. Nice 5-position play going. Yeah. Okay, Grim has now found Quarantine's last position. Well, I should correct that. Grim may not know that Quarantined is also in southern Russia. Quarantine spawn looks similar to mine. Can never see into France or Spain. Yeah. You must have played Group 1 or Group 3. I don't think I had you in the Group 2 game that I did the cast for this round. But yeah, not being able to get into France and not being able to get into Spain is really tough on this map because it's very easy to feed. Yeah, Group 3. It's very easy to feed kills when you don't have information in France and particularly in Spain. It's almost always the one guy that you're going for happens to have the territory that you couldn't see in Spain, right? All right, we're coming up on the first round of trades here. If Grim ever spots that southern Russian territory of Quarantine's, Quarantine could be in trouble. Though Quarantine's saving grace is that he goes before the person that seems to have the most intel on him. Tyler did not trade cards with him. He's going to trade cards with Grim. Nope, he's going to trade cards with Bart. Wants to stay in Greece, though. We got a new batch of portals now. Portugal, Turkey, couple spots in Germany, and then that position in northern Italy that escapes, the name escapes me at the moment. All right. We didn't see any card skipping or funny business go on. So Bart is going to set in for 4. Assuming there's 3 different people in Spain, you would have a 3/5 chance of who you want to kill being in there. Yeah. And he already knows that Destro is at least in Portugal. Yeah, if I was quarantined, I would have done that. But that's just because I really don't like playing on fog, and I try to maximize my vision. The drawback to that, of course, is exposing a position that people may not have otherwise have known about. We got a Destro fan in here from Zycron. Why do I get Dutch ads? I don't even know what they are promoting. Well, they're obviously promoting Bart since Bart's in here and he's Dutch, right? That's the only explanation I can come up with. So Trunk set in for 6. Sir Tyler setting in for 8. Trunk leaving a big 10 stack in Austria. Or Vienna, I should say. Big 14 stack. Where does that go? Goes over to Germany. I believe that's the Prussia territory, I think. Probably card trading happening in Spain. Yeah, could be. 10 set for Destro. So Tyler split his position off. He left a decent stack, purple stack over in Prussia. Destro moves east into Germany. Quarantine sets in for 12 plus 2 over in Finland. Always nice, those plus 2s. Spreading the love around with respect to his reinforcements. Though I was going to say that 4 not seeing too much love. Looks like he's going to, nope. Yeah. That 4, for whatever reason, has been shunned. Now it is doubly left out in the cold. No reinforcements, and also in Russia. Grim sets for 15. So what Quarantine does have going for him, though, is he has full vision on the exterior pieces of the board, right? He sees all of Russia, all of Scandi, all of the British Empire, all of the Ottoman Empire, and most of the Roman Empire and decent chunks of France, the Austrian Empire, right? He can go look at Germany pretty much whenever he wants. His really the only downside of Quarantine's position that I can see is he just doesn't have vision into Spain or access into France or Spain. The other downside is based on where Grimm took his card, Grimm now knows all of Quarantine's positions. Not a good card to take boxes lying on green, yeah. So yeah, Grimm has all of Quarantine's position. The question is, does Grimm know that? The other question is, does Quarantined see all of Grimm, or is Grimm hiding out in one of the 5 territories over in France and Spain that he can't see, or really have access to? We also have some new portals quarantined. Portalless, the last 2 go rounds that the portals were active, now about to be on 3 portals, which could be a bad sign. A lot of people, or maybe not a lot of people, the 2 people that are on the other 2 portals are going to see him. Are going to see 3 of his positions. So Bart actually also could be close to seeing all of quarantined, aside from Finland and Switzerland. But I think Bart knows about the Switzerland position because there used to be a yellow 1 in that southern German territory. How's it going, Mongoose? Quarantine is only missing like 1 of green. Yeah. He does decide to go in there, finds more Grim, big 12 stack of Grims there. That's got to be Grim's last spot. Thinking about splitting. I'm not sure. I think maybe you camp out in Switzerland. Yep. Yeah, I would be very surprised if Grim had any more than that. And then we know that Sir Tyler is in Prussia based off the portal move he made a couple turns ago. And we haven't seen him move a larger stack out. So quarantined is really just down to 7 territories that he's not aware of. The 2 in France he can't see, the 3 in Spain, whoever's in Rome, and then the 1 territory in the Austrian Empire that he has not seen. "52 troops could possibly have 1 more spot." Okay. We see, so we're on the second round of trades now. Bart's starting off with the 20 trade. That's probably not enough to go for a kill. We still don't see any card skipping or anything fancy going on. No one's getting too cute. Big 17 stack. Bart's not going to go for any kills though. Does Trunk have a set? I think with Bart leading the charge on trading, everyone should probably trade here. Trunk does not trade. Trunk goes to 5 cards. Sir Tyler's up. Sir Tyler's looking at the 25 trade, or he could be looking at a no set on 4. He does decide to set in for 25. Could have a small stack. Imagine 3 in Spain. Yeah, 3, like a little 3 stack somewhere in Spain for Grim. Yeah. Sir Tyler using a lot of his clock. Doesn't appear as though he'll be going for a kill this round. Because the fog is on, we probably won't see kills until the 3rd round of trades. But with Trunk sitting on 5, someone might try for that. Big 20 stack for Sir Tyler over in the British Isles. Next trade is worth 30. Dedestro says, I'll take that. He's going to add a few down in Portugal. Mongoose, the music artist. Congrats. Do it, Quarantined.
Do it.
Quarantined.
Do it.
I don't know if I have my Palpatine impression down very well, but anyway. We'll see if Quarantine decides to do it. And another +2 for Finland. Really likes that Finland +2. 35 trade for Quarantine. Does he go for the Grim kill here? I think if you're quarantined, you're thinking about attempting the Grim kill right now. We'll see if he goes for it. He's looking at it. Yep, he's hitting stacks. He's hitting Grim stacks. Does he have him? He's correct. No Grim in Spain or France. Quarantined takes the first bounty of the game, sets in for 40. GG's to Grim Shanky. Congrats to Quarantine for taking the first bounty of this game. Doesn't quite have the time to get his Fortify off, but I'm sure he's not too concerned about that. Still sitting pretty, having gotten a clean kill and set in turn right after. Trunk, though, gets the big 45 trade, having survived a no set on 4. So this is now Quarantine games to lose. Gamble worked out, no added time. I thought he had a little bit of added time there, maybe. I don't know, maybe he used it all. I must have missed it. Seems to happen often on this map, huh? Yeah, gamble worked out, yeah. Yeah, ideally, Quarantine would have wanted to have tried to chain Grim into Trunk, but but Quarantine still doesn't have info on most of Spain or France. Makes it back to his turn with 4 territories. It's always nice. Or with 12 territories, gets 4. Nub 2.0, thanks for the first time chat. I am very surprised that this is your first time chatting here, but anyway. Wasn't the 30 seconds unless he skipped somehow. He's the lineup Bart now. Yeah. Retreats his Scottish territory stationed troops back to the Norway portal. Goes to 4 cards. Bart sets in for 50. Doesn't look like he'll be lining up Bart. The card luck smiles upon Bart. Let's see if it smiles upon anyone else. Presumably, Quarantine tries to kill whoever doesn't set on 3 and takes a card. You made a new Twitch account. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Trunk might be a better lineup. Quarantine, kill Tyler and Grim, please. I don't know. Trunk got a big trade having survived. I would think maybe Tyler or Dedestro might be his better lineups. Am I wrong about that? Tyler and Dedestro got the weakest trades here. Well, Tyler does set on 3 for 55. Not Grim Trunk. Yeah, he's already killed Grim. So the fact that Bart and Tyler have set in, if those sets on 3 have just increased Quarantine's trade on 4 by 10 troops. Big 56 stack for Sir Tyler right in the middle of the board there. Wants to make a position over in Russia. Does he leave anything in Turkey? No. Moves all the way over to Paris. He might be grabbing a kill guarded position or trying to kill guard someone in Spain. That might have been a Gascony fortify. Dedestro goes to 4 cards. So Quarantined knows that Dedestro is in Spain. Dedestro's on 4 cards. So does he go for the trunk kill? Or does he try to ram through whatever kill guard position likely is in Gascony? Hits a 9. Yeah. Big 20 stack. We see the oops is coming out. Quarantine may have forgotten that Dedestro is in fact another kill guarded position. It looks like he has it. Double tap and finishes off Dedestro. Yeah, just with brute strength and the raw power of the black troops here from Quarantined. Just pardon my French, penetrating through 2 kill guarded stacks into Spain. No one is safe from Quarantined this round. I think now if you're Quarantined, you try to line up the trunk kill. Looks like he may not quite have it. He is going to decide to fortify. Yeah, very costly. That was an expensive kill, but I think he did need to go for it. He needed to maintain his lead. If he doesn't do that, it's probable or likely that Trunk just takes the Dedestro kill on this turn right here. Trunk sets in for 70 troops. Quarantine, though, has a set on 3. He may decide to use that just to ensure he maintains his lead. Trunk makes a 69 stack on the Andalusia portal. And he pre-fired the dab on that. Removes Sir Tyler from Turkey. So Sir Tyler, I believe, is still in Ireland. And then he has the 3 other positions that we can see on the board. But vision is no longer an issue for Quarantined. He can see all of this board. I think he has little reason not to trade here. Yeah, he's gonna maintain his lead. None of these guys can catch up to him. I think I'm out. I think Trunk kills Quarantine next turn. Never mind. Yeah, the set on 3 is solid there. And then now I think he just bides his time until people have enough cards to where they're worth killing again. But we'll see what he decides to do. Moves over to Scotland. Repositions his giant 100 stack. That way it's open in more directions. Of course, now it's also open to 250 stacks of his opponents. Do his opponents try to team on Quarantine to roll down that 100 stack? Maybe if you're Bart here, you send 10 or 15 troops into that 100 stack and see if Sir Tyler and Trunk want to help you. I don't know. Maybe that's a silly move. It's very hard to see how Quarantined doesn't lose this game at this point. In my opinion, this is very much Quarantine's game to lose. Bart retreats his 57 stack back into Russia. Trunk moves a 60 stack west. Does he want to combine his 69 and his 62 stacks? Trunk is just grabbing board here. Hits a 2, gets perfect dice. Looks like Trunk is trying to look around and see what's going on. Fortifies everything onto a 69 stack. Big 128 stack back in Andalusia for Bart. Quarantine's going to have a hard time getting to that territory once the portals shut off, because I don't think Trunk is going to open Quarantined to that position anytime soon. All three of his opponents are now on 3 cards. Whoever doesn't set on 3 dies, no, it's over. Apart from Blue, he stays in Spain. 3 people overtake. Yeah. Quarantine combines his 20 stacks, excuse me, over in the Ottoman Empire. Bart once again has a set on 3. The Dutch gods of card luck are smiling upon Bart this day. Sets in for 80 troops on 3 cards. So Quarantine needs to be careful here. Bart is likely positioned to clean up anything he's not able to finish up. Trunk is going to go to 4 cards. Sir Tyler has a set on 3. I think this might be the worst case scenario for Quarantined. Trunk, I think, might have been the only player safe to go to 4 cards. And the other 2 players both just set on 3. So Sir Tyler sets on 3 for 85 troops. And I don't think Quarantined has the line on Trunk, because Quarantine doesn't really have the line on Trunk, because how does he get that 120 stack? He can't. The portals are off. He doesn't have a path in to hit that 128 stack. But he still is very much in the lead. There's no reason for him not to grab a card here. Reveals the Bart 90 stack. Grabs his Finland card again. This is the 3rd time this game that Quarantined has drawn that Finland cannon card. That's kind of funny. Anyway, doesn't give him a set this time though. Wanted to see a horse. Is Bart appears to be looking for the Trunk kill. No, just exploring and looking around. Trunk doesn't have a set on 4. Trunk goes to 5 cards. Holy smokes. Trunk once again holding the bag with 5 cards. Meanwhile, the opponents before him and after him are getting sets on threes. The tale of two cases of luck here, folks. Holy smokes. Tyler's got to be thinking to himself, do I have the trunk kill here? Do I just need to find him? Yeah, it looks like it looks like Tyler thinks he has the trunk kill. I think he's about to find out that he doesn't really. He may end up feeding this. May end up feeding this to Quarantined. Gives Quarantined a path in on trunk. Yeah, Tyler realizing he doesn't have it. So Quarantined might use this opportunity. Of course, he still can't get a big enough stack. He needs to double tap that 128 stack, and he's still not fully open to him. So that was not a full feed. Yep, still doesn't have it. Does he pivot and go for Bart or Tyler here? If he's able to kill either Bart or Tyler, that would also set him in. Trying to weaken that. Looks like he does want to... Is he trying to attempt something here? I think you pivot for either the Tyler or the Bart kill here. Looks like he's going to try this risky roll. 27%. That's not going to cut it, my friend. I think he knows it. He's not going to roll that. I suppose he wanted to check it at least. How much do you need to roll a 128? More than 105, it seems like. I think if he had maybe 120 or so, I think maybe he would have rolled that. Trunk sets in for 90 troops. Does Trunk go after Quarantined here? Looks like he might be attempting it. Does he realize that Quarantined has a 13 stack? Ooh, loses 100 troops. Quarantined is kind of kill guarded by Bart and Sir Tyler over in Scotland. This might end up being a feed. He still needs to wrap around to get a 40 stack over in Greece. Over in the Ottoman Empire, excuse me. Yeah, not quite a full feed, but I think if you're Tyler here, you take this kill. Sir Tyler has the kill if he wants it. Yep, he's going to go for it. So, unfortunate for Quarantined. Unlucky sets on 3 exactly when his opponents needed it. And then the player that kept getting stuffed with no sets on 4 was well positioned just out of his reach to turn it around on him like this. GG's to Quarantine taking the first 2 kills, but sadly he's going to be the 3rd kill in this game. Congrats to Tyler finishing off what Trunk started here. Sir Tyler with the 95 trade. And has perfect vision of the board. Looks like he might be attempting the Trunk kill here. Is 89 to 84, is that enough? That could be a risky roll. Did he leave enough on that 84? He looks like he did, only loses 69. Finishes Trunk off. GG's to Trunk. Congrats to Sir Tyler taking his 2nd bounty. Sets in for 100. That should be enough to finish off Bart. Though, maybe not this turn. Actually, oh yeah, no, not this turn. Bart still has a 40 over in Ireland. So, do the risk gods once again smile on Bart? Does he have a 3rd set on 3 in a row? Looks like the answer is no. I think if you're Bart here, that means that you kind of have to concede the game to Sir Tyler. He needed a 3rd set on 3 here That would have been quite the upset. A third set on 3 with Bart setting in for 105 troops. That definitely would have spiced this game up. Still may not have had it, but would have been a lot closer here at the end. Sir Tyler with no set on 4, it looks like, but has enough of the bonuses to where he should be able to mop up the rest of Bart here. All right, GG's and well played. GG's to Bart taking second, and congrats to Sir Tyler taking the third and final kill and the W for this quarterfinals game.